Sadiq Khan has been elected Mayor of London for the third time. His vote has gone up. The Conservative vote under Susan Hall has gone down. But of course, she has been a figure greatly pilloried for ticking or at least liking posts on Twitter that have been exposed to be connected to or literally have endorsed racism and sexism and so on. I'm very sympathetic to her for that. One of the only ways to show that you've seen a post is to like it, and I certainly do that. And I don't intend to change. If something is particularly offensive and I notice it, I will leave a comment. On very, very rare occasions, I would actually do a thumbs down. I almost always do a love heart because I want to celebrate the time that people take to put up a comment. I think that's a positive, even if it's not a comment I agree with. But Susan Hall has got into trouble for something very similar, added to which I think her policies and her attitudes are closer to the nonsense coming out of Tufton Street than the One Nation Tory that should be represented and that should be available. That doesn't seem to be on offer anywhere at the moment in civilized and reasonable society. One's either got some nutwit chomping on about small boats and and waving the flag in vanity and in defiance of Europe, as if Brexit has been successful and as if we have embarked on a journey across the Atlantic on our own. We are not an island, really. We are part of the whole. We are part of the continent of Europe, as John Donne pointed out. Us not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee, and it's tolled for the Conservative Party today. Susan Hall was defeated, roundly defeated, and the Lib Dems have done slightly better than they did before. The Greens have not done so well. Reform has put in a good effort, but it's nothing to rival the Lib Dems or the Greens, at least in the London mayoral elections. The Reform stuff comes nowhere near the Conservatives. I'm frankly surprised at how well Susan Hall did in the election, and she held, for example, Croydon, Redbridge, Havering, Bexley, Bromley, Ealing, Hillingdon, Brent, and Harrow. I think that's a remarkable achievement, given what she started with and given the extraordinary bundle of policies that she was putting forward as the Conservative stuff. So it means there is an audience out there for the Conservatives. I don't think they're going to take as much a thrashing as I expect, but looking at that and looking at her performance in an election which was pretty bound to be successful for Sadiq Khan, however dovetailed he was into the Sir Keir Starmer Labour Party or not.